Hi, everyone. A pleasure to have you join us here tonight. College basketball is in the air, and we are right in the midst of all the action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. We'll see the UCLA Bruins taking on the UConn Huskies.
And you know, guys, we go back many years broadcasting college games, and it never gets old. Every big-time player makes a name for themselves at the college level, and we could see that again on display here tonight.
Well, with a guy like Freak suiting up, you know that there are going to be scouts watching his every move, but you look at the roster of both of these teams, and they're really loaded with talent.
So on the floor for UCLA, Freak in at point guard, Looney out there with Campbell. Then it's Fresh, and it's Roberts in at center.
You know, sometimes you can see how a player can lead on the floor from the sidelines, and you see that with Freak. I mean, he's got the skills and athleticism as a point guard, in addition to the leadership, too.
And, guys, people often underestimate just how important leadership is. You know, there's no stat for that. But guys like Chris Paul and Steph Curry have incredible skill, but their leadership on the floor is equally as important. Freak is a floor general in their mold.
And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Day, the pass to Keefe. Shot from 12. Rebound by Roberts.
Hard to watch UCLA and not think of the Wizard of Westwood, John Wooden. Not just his impact on the school, but his place in the history of basketball. He helped put college basketball on the map in a big way.
Pass to Keefe. Kicks it to Day. And it's Joseph, top of the key. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. Fires for 3. And the rebound goes to Martin. On defense, the Bruins. No one near him. UCLA grabs the miss.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Roberts. Passes it to Campbell. Freak with it. 3-pointer. And the rebound goes to Martin.
You know, Freak just hasn't been able to perform how we're accustomed to seeing him up until this point. I mean, he just hasn't been able to string anything together.
There are a lot of things that might be affecting him. You know, with his reputation, defenses will pay special attention to him, and that might be throwing him off a little bit here in this game. And one thing about UConn that has been true all throughout their rise as a power, they have always played solid defense. It's something the program really hammers home.
And that one's good. Freak. Here is Jennings. Feeds it to Howard. Goes back up. And the play by Jennings as he pushes it off for 2.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
We've got Keefe, and it's Reed in at the small forward position. And Greg, you mentioned UConn moments ago in their defensive pride. Some great defenders, Clark, have come out of that school.
Yeah, you look at Emeka Okafor and Hasheem Thabit. Both were dominating rim protectors. And even their guards and swingmen get after you defensively.
And for the Bruins, Freak, he's in at the point. Johnson is out there with Thomas. And it's Barton in at the 2. And out of bounds as the Huskies gain possession. And some changes here for the Bruins. Irving's checked in for Thomas. UConn trails by 3. They double in with Freak. There's the 3. Keefe missing.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
The Bruins have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
You look at the stats for Freak. He has 8 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Martin's checked in for Starks. Now, here is Reed. They set the screen. Pass to Keefe. And the layup falls. 7 points in the game.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Now here's Freak. T right on him. It's in the bucket for his 4th field goal. Shooting at a 4 of 9 clip.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Day dishes to Splitter. No good. Martin can't get it to go. And we're through the first half of basketball here in what's been a good one. And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
Guys, we had a tight game through the first half. I think we'll see more of the same coming out of the break.
And it's just going to take one big run for one of these teams to establish control. If we can get hot, this team has a great chance of coming away with the victory.
They've got Martin, and it's Splitter in at the 5 down low.
When was the last time I hit the rim?
Well, you could pick any team in the NBA and name a Husky that played for him at some point. UConn has had a big impact on the NBA.
I mean, UConn has had a lot of NBA talent pass through their school. I mean, it speaks volumes about how well they are able to develop talent and win championships.
So on the floor for UCLA. Freak, he's in at point guard. Campbell is out there with Looney. Then it's Fresh, and it's Robertson at the center, locking down the middle. Freak passes to Campbell. There's the pick. Here's Looney. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Looney's got the lead up to 7 now for the Bruins.
And, you know, you look at the Huskies, a big part of why they get so many future NBA guys is they recruit very well on the East Coast and around the country, for that matter. They are a premier destination school in the Northeast, and that part of the country loves its hoops.
Here is Keefe. After the Bruins picking up a basket just moments ago. Just 5 to shoot. From past the arc. Day, no good.
And guys, just thinking about all the great NBA players from UConn. Ray Allen now retired, but he's the biggest name. How about Rudy Gay, Andre Drummond, Kemba Walker, Shabazz Napier? I mean, you could go on and on with the Huskies.
Can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor.
And some changes here for the Bruins. Johnson, he's checked in for Looney. Morris comes in for Campbell. And Free subbed in for Fresh. Jennings kicks to Sims. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
And that one's good. Freak.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
They double him with Freak. Jennings dishes to Pierce. Joseph, the pass to Sims. The feed now to Joseph. And out of bounds as the Bruins gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The Huskies making a switch here. McGuire's checked in. Irving's checked in for UCLA. And that one's good. Freak. Freak's got 19 points.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Down low, here's Posey. The shot's good on the assist by Jennings.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And I'd be interested to know just how many of these attempts have come from inside of 5 feet.
A baseline J. And it's Freak missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's McGuire. Can't get it to go. Some solid defense there from Irving. Johnson down low. Got a hand on it. We've got Pierce, and it's Jennings in at the point. Outside Pierce. Free against Jennings. Dishes to Posey. He kicks to Pierce. UConn moving that ball around. Jennings drives in. Some solid defense there from Irving. Bruins leading by 9. And here's Freak. McGuire with the rebound.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
And Posey kicks to McGuire. Outside Jennings. He feeds it to Posey. Right at the free throw line. They get it back.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face. You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. And the Huskies going with a whole new group out there. And now a new group getting ready to come in for the Bruins. Roberts is checked in for Johnson. Looney comes in for Irving. Campbell, he's checked in for Morris. And Fresh subbed in for Free. And out of bounds as the Bruins gain possession. 1:53 left here in the second half of the game. Here's Freak. Huskies with the rebound.
You rarely see him missing dunks. But the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Now the pass to Joseph. From beyond the arc, and that is good.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
Good. What a competitor, Kevin. He's been looking for a shot all game long, and he's really shouldered the load for them offensively.
Fires the three, and the Huskies hit again from deep.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Freak passes to Fresh. With his first shot attempt, bounces high off the rim and drops. And UCLA leads by 7.
It's going to be tough for him here, but maybe, just maybe, it's not over yet.
And not afford any empty possessions. They've got to recycle everything, partner.
There's 45 seconds left in the second half. Day, no good. And it's the Bruins with the ball. They've led by as many as 11 points. Stolen by Mark.
Probably impossible for them to come back now.
Yeah, far too much work left to be done and not nearly enough time to get it done in.
Here's Splitter. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts it. 8 seconds left in the second half of basketball. Jennings dishes to Pierce. Here's McGuire. No good there. So it's UCLA picking up the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they...
Thanks for joining us, and hello, college basketball fans. We've got a great night ahead and a couple outstanding teams going at it. We're going to have the pleasure to watch. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. It's Arizona facing the UCLA Bruins.
There is no feeling like a packed house on a college campus. You can just feel the electricity in the air as two major colleges go head-to-head on the hardwood.
And even though this game isn't a must-have game, it feels like a tournament game, a one-and-done type situation. Both of these programs know that a win here could be huge for them as they get ready to make a run in March.
Taking a look at Arizona. They've got Mitchell. Johnson is out there with Hollis Jefferson, and it's Lawson in at the point guard position.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Well, for the Arizona Wildcat program, they didn't really become the force it is today until the 80s. Since then, Greg, Arizona has been a big player in the conference.
How about having a string of conference titles, 14 in total, all coming since 1986.
And that one's good, fresh.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Now, here is Lawson. Tight defense on him. Johnson outside. Here's Mitchell. And two free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And the second free throw, good.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
Now here's Johnson following the miss by Freak. Lawson outside. 6 on the shot clock. Passes it to Mitchell. UCLA grabs the miss. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
And he banks in the layup. Lawson's got his second bucket.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And that one's good. Freak's got his second basket of the night.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
Yeah, and watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Now here's Goodwin, and taken away by Johnson. He's all alone up the floor. Good work defensively by Carter. Kicks it to Goodwin. Dishes it to Ewing. Outside Williams. There's a screen. Feeds it to Carter. Goodwin dishes to Ewing. 5 to shoot. Goes up to the stripe. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
And guys, without a doubt, it's been a rough go so far here for Freak and his team. They just can't find anything to capitalize on consistently thus far.
And Greg, I'm anticipating plenty of adjustments from the coach, but I tell you what, when it comes down to what happens in the second half, it's about the players executing. A few quick baskets right out of the gate, and it's anybody's game.
Taking a look at Arizona. Williams is out there with Mitchell. Then it's Johnson, and it's Lawson in at the point. Johnson outside. Pass to Mitchell. From 15 feet away. Rebound by Roberts.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
No luck, so Arizona will take it the other way. Here's Lawson. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Lawson's got the lead up to 6 now for Arizona.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick-fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
Baseline J on the way, and it's Mitchell missing. UCLA trails by 5. Fresh, the pass to Freak. Some nice ball movement by the Bruins. To the wing right side. Here's Campbell. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He has 5. Now, here is Lawson. He's got 8. Outside Williams. Pass to Johnson. Lewis gets the bucket. Lewis has got 7 points.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Williams kicks to Lawson. Here's the screen. Johnson goes in. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. And it's a 6-point Arizona lead.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Freak, he's in at the point. Campbell is out there with Looney. Then it's Fresh, and it's Roberts in at the center, filling out the middle.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Lewis dishes to Johnson. Outside Williams. Shot clock at 6. Beyond the arc. They get the rebound. Mitchell. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. And Arizona leads by 8.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent answer.
On the defensive end, I want some of you to crash the glass and get control of the ball. The rest of you, leak out so we can get some easy transition points.
And the Bruins go here with a whole new group out there. And Arizona with some changes. Arizona leading by 8. There's the pick. The screen from Ewing. Inside, Porter with the steal. Now, Freak. Three-pointer. Here's Johnson, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. He's got to be relentless.
And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. And now a new group getting ready to come in for the Bruins. Roberts is checked in for Irving. Looney comes in for Johnson. Campbell, he's checked in for Morris. And Fresh subbed in for Porter. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he is unable to get the second one.
And not as productive a trip as you would like, but they're still in a pretty comfortable position.
Now here's Freak. Lawson defending. There's 31 seconds left here in the second half.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
Johnson, the pass to Lewis. Knocked loose and stolen by Freak. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Count it!
And Kevin, maybe the play of the game right there.
A tremendous instincts grade to come up with a steal and then attack the basket.
Game changer right there, guys. An unbelievable play to make it this stage of a really tight ball game.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
First personal foul at the line for UCLA, Stanley Johnson. At the line for 2.
One shot, gentlemen.
And he's unable to get anything at the line this time. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break from outside the arc. So Arizona wins it. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, everyone, to the final game of the college basketball season. Tonight, we will crown the winner of this year's tournament. And no matter what the outcome here tonight, what a ride it has been. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers facing the UCLA Bruins.
Kevin, this is the night where we are going to see some intense basketball. High energy, lay it all out on the line for college hoops. Everything these young players have worked towards their entire life comes down to this exact moment.
And you can bet, Clark, that each and every player here tonight feels the importance of this game like no other in their lives, really. A big key in coming through in a big game like this is how well you can compose yourself. How do you handle the pressure of the big stage? We'll find out soon enough which of these teams has the ability to harness all of that raw energy and focus on getting the job done.
And Wisconsin, looking at who they've got. They've got Decker. Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Kaminsky, and it's Evans in at the 4.
And with any championship game, you know that every player is going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title. And not many people know this, but the Badgers do have one college title in their trophy case. Won the tournament back in 1941. A different time back then, but a title nevertheless.
And he gets the bucket.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Now here's Freak. Defense right on him. Off with the layup. And the Badgers with possession here. Kaminsky misses.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close. One of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. Usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports, so it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player.
Freak. It's deflected, but they get it back. Pass to Campbell. Some nice ball movement by the Bruins. Roberts dishes to Freak. Shot clock at 6. A steal. Ahead. And it's Hill. That time the assist by Decker.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
UCLA trails by 3.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal than high school.
They get the rebound. No good from Gibson.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. They've got Fisher. He's out there with Hill. And it's Conley in at the 3 spot.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
And Fisher kicks to Hill. And here's Conley outside. Offensive rebound. Gibson. And Thomas with the block. But he recovers it. It's back to Hill. To the left wing. Here's Wade. No luck. They battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down.
And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
And it's Fisher in the corner. Gibson passes to Fisher. Shot clock at 5. Here's Wade. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. There's 1:40 left in the first half. Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Hill. Here's Freak. And the Bruins check on 2 more. And the Badgers with possession here. Trailing by 2.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something.
And the Bruins going here with a whole new group out there.
Let's throw it down inside
And up.
run some pick and roll.
And the big game is just about ready to get going for our second half of play. What a championship atmosphere we've got here tonight. We are just one half of basketball away from seeing college basketball history being made.
And in a championship game like this one, guys, you would have expected a close battle. I don't think either side is going to be able to run away and hide in this one.
And, Greg, tight games like this are where legends are born. I mean, if a player like Freak can come up huge in this final half of play, he'll anchor himself in school history as one of the greats to ever play the game.
Freak, he's in at the point. Campbell is out there with Looney. Then it's Fresh, and it's Roberts in at the 5. And for the Badgers, Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Kaminsky. Then it's Decker, and it's Evans in at the 4 spot. Here's Freak. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Decker kicks to Evans. Swiped it away. Fast break UCLA. And Freak throws it down.
And guys, I'll tell you, big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And, guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Evans, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Check out the game for Evans. He's got 8 points, and he's getting it done on the glass, too.
You're right, Clark. He's done some real nice work on the inside.
Badgers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And some changes here for the Bruins. Johnson, he's checked in for Looney. Morris comes in for Campbell. And Freeze subbed in for Fresh. That one misses. Now here's Freak. Not a lot of room. They get it back. Got it. Good job in the low post. Roberts got the lead up to 2 now for the Bruins.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar of soap there. Somebody's got to take charge here.
Now here is Hill. To the paint. Shot clock at 6.
And guys, one big story that we have in this championship game is that a guy like Freak could boost his draft stock quite a bit. A win here could catapult him up the big boards of a lot of teams.
And you know, while it's just one game, scouts will get a chance to see how he plays on the big stage. Knowing a player is at his best when the lights are brightest is a big plus in GM sports.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
This game's still very much up in the air. I mean, this is where you start to separate the men from the boys and where heroes are born.
And one team looking to ice the win, the other hoping to force OT. I think right now you lean on your stars and get the ball to Freak every chance you get to try and come away here with the title.
The Badgers making a switch here. Walker's checked in. Freak in at point guard. Thomas is out there with Looney. Then it's Fresh, and it's Campbell in at the small forward position. Fires for 3, and it's Freak missing. Here's the Badgers with the ball. A 2-point game. Hawkins kicks to Decker. The Badgers working the ball around now. And that one's good. And Wisconsin leads by 4.
Just a great battle these two teams are waging here today.
Boy, it sure is. And I'm getting the sense that this game could end up being decided by just 1 or 2 plays down the stretch.
Knocks it loose. Hawkins with it. Over in the corner, Decker. The baseline J. And the jumper falls for him. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Badgers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing efforts at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets consecutively because it leads to the confidence growing and growing.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
UCLA trails by 6. Here's Freak. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
What a night so far for Freak. He's got 17 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Mark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
The Bruins making a switch here. Roberts checked in. He's checked in for Wisconsin. Hill comes in for Peyton.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Freak dishes to Roberts. Out to the wing. There's the screen, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Those turnovers haven't helped their cause. It's almost as if he's playing for the other team.
.107 left in the second half. To the paint. UCLA grabs the miss.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Here's the Badgers with the ball. They've only given up 1 point in the fourth quarter. Hill kicks to Evans. They double in with Freak. It's back to Hill. 35 seconds left here in the second half of the game. Picked off in midair.
Not sure there's anything they can do to salvage this one.
Not anymore. I mean, any chance they had got away from them, slipped right out of their hand.
That's his first personal foul.
First free throw is good, and that trims the lead to 6.
Taking 2 shots.
And both free throws good from Freak. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And some changes here for the Bruins. Looney's checked in for Irving. Campbell comes in for Starks. And Fresh subbed in for Porter. Tipped away. Decker passes to Hawkins. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's his second personal foul.
Here's Kaminsky. Down low.
Bruins foul. Strikes Roberts. That's his first personal foul. At the line for UCLA. Frank Kaminsky.
Hello?
Hey, Ma, it's me.
Hey, Frequency.
I got you on speakerphone.
Okay, your sister there?
Hey, Mama, I'm right here.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Yvette's here too, Mama.
Hi, Mama. How you doing? I'm fine.
Does she have to be here?
Yes. Mr. Pagnotti, the agent I was telling you about, he's in the room too.
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
What a pleasure to finally meet the clean mother of this young, talented man, even if only by telephone.
That's sweet. Hang on, Frequency. Here comes your father.
All right.
Hey, sorry I'm late. Hope everyone's well. How you doing,
Daddy.
Mr.
Hey,
P?
Bobs.
I'm doing good.
So let's get to it.
Yeah, let's do this. We all know why we're here. This meeting is strictly confidential, 100% off the record. Didn't happen. We weren't even here. Capiche? Capiche means understand in Italian. Capiche?
Capiche.
Freak insisted that I have his entire family here. And I think it's great that he has a good support system around him. I've been doing this a very long time. I work with some of the best. Now, let me rephrase that. I work with the best. And the best always seem to have a great support system around them. A family, if you will. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So let's cut to the chase. Leaving college early now and entering this year's NBA draft is the right move right now. And when you sign with me, Dom Pagnotti, as your agent, I will make sure you are well taken care of. I will make sure you are protected. With this freaking environment, I love it, freaking environment. This freaking environment thing you do when you get hot, freak, we're gonna make you more money off the court than you will on.
We already have endorsements and things like that in mind, so.
See, I said we because we're gonna do this together. We're a team. We're Team Freak. But Freak, you need to be in the league first, right? That's why I'm here.
Oh, yeah, I hear you, Mr. Pagnotti, but like I told you before, I already promised my parents 4 years of college. That's the plan, man.
That's right.
Plans change, freak. Listen, in life and in basketball, you need to adapt and change to the situation at hand. Now, even if you have the greatest coach and they draw up the greatest play and all the X's and O's make perfect sense on paper, you still need to react to what the defense shows you and then make your move. This is the right move. This is the right move now. And 4 years of college is a great plan for basically anybody. But you're not just anybody. You are the greatest collegiate talent I have ever seen shoot, dribble, pass, and defend a basketball my entire time on this great planet Earth. Now, Miss Martha, Mr. Pete, I have seen so many of the greats jump right from high school to the pros. Freak, you've at least experienced college. You know what that is. You've been there. You've done that. I am offering you now a chance at the experience of a lifetime. Do you know how many people would love to be in those Jordans right now?
Yeah, Freak, I mean, what if you get hurt? You remember how you came down on your ankle in that game earlier this year?
Oh, yeah, but that was nothing.
Right, we know it was nothing, but next time it could be something.
I saw that. Good game. But BAM! Just like that, and you could be flipping burgers. Maybe not flipping burgers. Maybe you're the manager or assistant manager at some burger joint. Maybe I do a favor and make a call, and you're a delivery boy at Sal's Famous Pizzeria. But the bottom line is, you will be a long, long, long ways away from signing multi-million-dollar contracts with me, Dom Pagnotti, as your agent.
So it's all about the money, right?
When was it not all about the money?
Money isn't everything.
No, it isn't, sir, and no disrespect was meant. But freak, money is freedom. The freedom of choice, the freedom to live. Money is the difference between renting and owning, between being the waiter and being waited on. It's the difference between being the chauffeur or being chauffeured. Now, do you want to be a chauffeur? This here is a contract. This makes me your agent. Sign on the dotted line, and I will take you and your family to the promised land.
Like I said, Mr. Pagnotti, it's not all about the money.
Pete, let the man finish.
He made his point. He's finished. Aren't you finished?
I said my piece, but I know I'm right. You guys should talk.
Pete, what if Frequency does get hurt? Shouldn't he take this opportunity now?
What if the boy goes pro, gets hurt, and then doesn't have a college degree? Look how hard we worked for him to get to where he is.
But college isn't for everybody. Pete, you didn't go.
That's why we worked so hard for him.
Just saying. I mean, if he's ready to do this now as opposed to later, Pete, anything can happen.
You're right. Anything could happen. This is his future. This is his life.
You're not listening to me, Pete.
Not just a game.
All right, Mom, Pop. Sorry. Look, truth be told, I don't even know what I want to do right now.
I understand that.
Yeah, but I was talking to my boy Vic the other day.
Why?
And he was making a lot of sense. He thinks I should leave early, too.
You know what? I've kept quiet this whole time, and I also think that Freak should join the league. I think it's a great business decision, and I think that Mr. Pagnotti is absolutely right.
Thank you, Yvette.
You're welcome.
Now, Freak, I know for a fact that people have been talking about the company you keep, and you need to be careful. It could compromise what we're trying to do here.
What are you trying to say?
You know, your association with that guy Victor off the court, it could compromise your selection in a draft. As a matter of fact, I know it will. Do you realize the difference in dollars between being drafted first overall and 21st? You're talking tens of millions of dollars. You don't get it, do you? Cece, our first sneaker deal alone, you're talking a difference of a $50 to $100 million difference just by that. Number one, that's what we need. If I were not 1,000% convinced in my mind and in my heart that we could get you drafted first overall, I wouldn't be like this. This is the play. This is the move, Freak. You've got to listen to me.
I absolutely hear you, but who are they to tell me who I can't hang with my brother?
No, Freak, you need to listen to him. I'm gonna tell you the same exact thing.
Mr. Dom, Frequency and Victor grew up together. They're best friends. We took the boy in and practically adopted him.
Martha, I told you that boy ain't nothing but trouble.
He's family.
Okay, but that's my boy, and he agrees with y'all.
It's not about agreeing with Vic. We're trying to prepare you for your future.
You know, but it is his future.
This is none of your business.
Excuse me?
Wait, Freak. You still have a decision to make. Sign with me, yes or no.
Can I just interrupt for 1 second? Everybody just settle down, please. Now, I appreciate you all taking the time in this heated discussion, but the truth of the matter is, there's only one person in the room that can make this decision. Now, son, you know how I feel.
Right.
Education is the most important thing in life, but this is your choice. It's not your mother's or your sister's or mine. It's not your girlfriend. It's not Mr. Pagnotti's. And it definitely ain't Victor's. This is your decision, son. So you tell us what you want to do.
I need 30 seconds, Freak. Okay. I have 4 beautiful children, and I want each of them to go to college and graduate. But if you walked up to any one of those 4 children right now and said, I will give you a contract that's worth $100, $200, $300 million, I would say, bypass college. You can always go back. I want you to graduate. I want you to get your doctorate. I want to call you Dr. Freak, but you need to understand this. Now, you can go all over this beautiful country that we live in and go into any of the major universities. You will find people that are 30, 40, 50, 60, 80 years old, and you will find them graduating. But if you live to be 500 years old, you will never see ever somebody 40, 50, 60 years old being drafted from college into the NBA. We need to strike while the iron is hot. This is your life. We will get you drafted first overall. You will be up there with all the big names. I'm not talking first rounder, I'm talking first overall. Listen to me, this is what I do. I am the best at what I do. Nobody is better.
Seconds plus.
Miss Martha, I am sorry. You just need to understand.
Would you please let my wife speak?
I apologize.
Frequency. Baby, what do you want to do?
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna have Cece go through this contract, front to back. I'm gonna think about it, sleep on it, pray on it, and I will call you in the morning.
All right. Listen, Mr. Pete, Miss Martha, it was a pleasure meeting the two of you over telephone, and I look forward to meeting you both in person. Remember, everybody, this meeting never took place. We weren't even here. Capiche?
Capiche.
Okay.
All right, Mom, Pops, I'm gonna call you guys later. I love you.
Love you, son.
Love you too, son. Bye.
Good evening and welcome to the NBA Draft. With the first pick in the NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Karl Anthony Towns from the University of Kentucky. With the second pick in the NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select D'Angelo Russell from the Ohio State University. With the third pick in the NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Jahlil Okafor from Duke University. With the fourth pick in the NBA Draft, the New York Knicks select Kristaps Porzingis from Latvia. With the fifth pick in the NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select Mario Hezonja from Dubrovnik, Croatia. With the sixth pick in the NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select Willie Cauley-Stein from the University of Kentucky. With the seventh pick in the NBA Draft, the Denver Nuggets select Emmanuel Mudiay from Dallas, Texas. With the eighth pick in the NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons select Stanley Johnson from the University of Arizona. With the ninth pick in the NBA Draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Frank Kaminsky from the select Devin Booker from the University of Kentucky. With the 14th pick in the NBA draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select Cameron Payne, Murray State University. With the 15th pick in the NBA draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Kelly Oubre from the University of Kansas. With the 16th pick in the NBA draft, the Boston Celtics select Terry Rozier from University of Louisville. With the 17th pick in the NBA draft, the Milwaukee Bucks select Rashad Vaughn from UNLV. With the 18th pick in the NBA draft, the Houston Rockets select Sam Decker. With the 19th pick in the NBA draft, the Washington Wizards select the point guard from UCLA.
We met working at the post office together. Mark was the clerk and I was the carrier. And I asked her out to lunch one time and take her for a bagel around the corner from where we worked.
Bagel?
A bagel, yeah.
With cream cheese?
Cream cheese.
Split down the middle?
Split down the middle. Love at first sight.
Yeah?
I believe that it was true. It happened to me.
Let's do this, young man.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Frequency Vibration. Welcome aboard, young man. Welcome aboard.
Wow. Wow. This is bananas.
Take your time, baby.
Thanks, Mom. Okay, so I first want to thank everyone who made this possible. Mom, Dad, I couldn't have done this without you. I'd like to thank my lady Yvette. My dude, Vig.
Hey, yo, I got you, man. Hey, all them in the building all day, yo.
Aye.
Yeah, I love you, man. I love you,
Yeah, he's like my brother. Oh, gosh. And also, want to thank my sister, Cece, who is also my manager. Swish, love you.
I love you more.
And my agent, Mr. Don Pagnotti himself.
You're the man, baby.
I guess I will take some questions now. Yes, ma'am.
How did you get the nickname Freak?
A lot of people don't know this, but Freak is short for my very first nickname, Frequency Vibrations.
Yeah, true story. I like to introduce our mother so she could tell it.
Go ahead.
You know, Mama.
Tell Mama.
No, Mama.
Go get her, Mom.
Thank you, everyone. Frequency and Cece are fraternal twins. And so when I was pregnant, one of them kept kicking it and jumping around all the time. So my husband, Pete, put headphones on my belly and played reggae music.
Hence the name Frequency Vibrations.
We shortened it to Freak.
How did you know who was kicking?
A mother knows. A mother always knows.
Are you ready for a photo op?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next NBA superstar, Frequency Vibration.
Go ahead, son.
Thank you all for coming. We will be available for one-on-ones in the back. Good job. Well done.
Congratulations, son.